wild space, a fantastic world of hideous villains and sword-crashing heroes, the young destroyer of dark sorcerers, all bound together on a dangerous quest.
Where are the elementals I seek?
What do you know of the elementals?
That they are the crystals of creation, each one powerful in and of itself. But if you should summon all four together, in the same place, at the same time, whoa boy! Now they must stop the most powerful object in the world from falling into hands of evil. Wild space.
Our adventurers made the wise decision and abandoned their attack on the Illithid embassy, where Faraska, Jack Daniels, and the Elder Brain were hiding out after stealing the crystal shard. They returned back to their ship to discover that Belanak and Gamelon knew that Tex would lose the orb, and since he was bonded to it, he can now track its location, hoping to lead them to Shar's hideout. They received a letter from a mutual friend of Chamali, a Tareo Mosantes of the Pragmatic Order of Thought, asking them to meet at the Raised Cup. Will our adventurers unravel the location of Kyurgin's missing tribe, retrieve the lost artifact, or will they continue to lose valuable pieces of an ancient wonder that can unravel the universe? Only time will tell. And so we have left you off on the main ship. Breakfast is being served. It's around 10 o'clock. You guys got a late night sleep, and so you woke up a little late. You just saw the kid from Bral's delivery service, and he just left, and you now are all on the ship.
Well, Jay, after basically, making sure Timmy was all right, sat and meditated and waited, and then fell asleep because meditation does that. And now has woken up and is basically talking with everyone, going, "Hey, so what happened?" And figuring out, like, "Hey, we attacked the Illithid embassy, and we didn't get the crystal back, etc., etc."
And Torgon comes up and gives you a plate of eggs and pancakes and coffee.
Thank you.
And
That's
so,
just drinking heavily.
why doesn't one person roll a perception check here?
Yo, I think
it.
I should do that. I think just maybe that might be my job.
Maybe, especially with that robe of eyes.
Well, I've got plus
That'll
5 to
do
my...
it.
31.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, so you are sipping your coffee, eating a little bit of pancakes, and you're leaning over the railing. You see a couple of Bral guards in a huddle around Erda Shipwright, and they're talking. Two of the guards make it over to your gangplank and stand on either side of the gangplank leading down from your ship. The boy who just left, they talk to him and he turns around and points in your guys' direction. And then the soldier kind of ruffles the boy's hair and the boy runs off. The woman that you see is tall. She's definitely has a leadership uniform on her that distinguishes her from the other soldiers. She is got long hair. She's about 6 foot, and she's pretty well built. And her arms are shown from her armor, and they have a snake tattoo that rides up her sleeve. And she's talking to Erda Shipwright.
So those guards, just are at the bottom of our gangplank?
Correct. They just walked right over. They're not moving on your gangplank. They're just right there.
Can I tell, what they're here for? Are they from the way they're standing?
You can insight.
Read lips? I don't remember. Can you read lips?
So You see that they're at attention and they're looking at what's going on the boat, kind of eyeing around, making sure no one is leaving, or they have like, and you see there's two on the other side walking around now to the other side of the boat. They're setting up a perimeter around your boat.
Jay gives them a wave and a smile.
They nod. They see you, but they stand at attention.
Before turning over to the party and muttering, well, just to anyone in earshot, there's, looks like we're being guarded right now. I think we might have attracted attention last night.
Out of character, Tex is about to be arrested for property damage. In character, oh, what we got over here? Let's see what we got. And stumble over to the side and look over. Do I see all this too?
Yeah, at this point, with Jay alerting you that there's something, he kind of, I assume you point him in the direction of what you see, right? Yeah, so you see it. You see it.
Do I see the tall woman of authority?
Yes. Erda Shipwright now walks back to a piece of paper, starts writing something on it, hands it to the woman, and the woman turns around, is now heading towards your gangplank.
Don't worry, guys. I got this. I know what I need. I need a win after that horrible fiasco. I'll go out there. I'll turn on the Tex charms.
How drunk can I tell Tex is at this point?
How drunk are you right now? What did you drink?
Pretty drunk. He's pretty drunk.
Okay, do you want to do a con save here and see how drunk you...
that's fair.
Okay.
Because if Tex isn't able to speak properly, oh god.
You're not quite seeing double, but your eyes are definitely bloodshot, and the smell of alcohol is... People that are near you are like cringing as you speak to them, and it's pretty bad.
That's fair. He was very depressed last night, and he didn't get much sleep from the old demons and hot pokers.
Yeah.
So yeah, that tracks.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. I got this. Give me a second.
Okay.
Hey, lady.
Kyurgin, what are you doing?
I guess I'm just hanging out with everyone.
Okay.
Like, just... Well... Maybe now since Tex is starting calling out, I might decide that it would be a good idea to sort of get in the way of that, or at least make sure he doesn't do something completely stupid.
Okay, and how are you doing that?
I'm just walking along alongside him, I guess.
Okay. So...
I'll follow Kyurgin, by
Jay?
the way, to make sure to do basically the same thing.
Okay, so Tex, you're taking the lead, but they're probably going to use a reaction here, or an action, if you're doing anything
my
stupid.
loot.
Okay, guys, you just need to pull out this loot.
I'm gonna place a
Disadvantage.
hand on.
That's fair.
Okay.
Stop.
He puts a hand. What are you doing, Tex? Are you good? What are you?
Don't worry. I got this.
This lady is walking halfway up the gangplank right now.
Oh. Should I do that again?
What are you doing?
I didn't realize she was not there yet.
Well, you got to tell me what you're doing for your.
I was playing the loot. I'm pulling out the loot.
But what are you're just trying to impress her?
I'm trying to
singing
approach her while doing music.
Okay,
let's see. What would Tex be singing? Like a standard bar song.
Okay.
Just not quite overly gross, but more like a casual just keep drinking song.
Okay. You can keep that role. It's fine. You're on tune. I mean, you're used to playing a little inebriated, and you're doing a great job of singing this. But she seems to be all business, and she takes her finger and puts it right in the strings and pulls back, and I'm going to do a strength check. You can do a dex if you want. I'll let you save here. So
Six.
you're going to add 10. You're going to, all right, not 10, you're 7. This 18.
Oh.
All the strings break on your lute. And
Less. That's just rude. You don't need to do that. You're gonna pay for that.
Excuse me, gentlemen. My name is Mahaxara Khal, and I am the captain of the guard. And we seem to have had a disturbance. We've received word that several members of the ship were seen putting a hole inside the door of the Illithid embassy. Now, while I personally am not the greatest fan of them, we take neutrality on the rock very seriously. And we do
what was
have
your name again?
witnesses. My name is...
No, out of character. What was your name again? Because I didn't quite catch it.
It's Mahaxara, Mahaxara, Khal, Khal.
Well, Mahaxara, you can call me anytime.
And she snaps her fingers. A soldier comes up with some paper, and she says, all right, so there is going to be a fine of 400 gold pieces for one, just breaking the accord. This is
that's how
neutral
much
ground.
these strings cost.
And we have 2,000 gold pieces is going to be there to replace the door. I just got the price from Erda, and she's going to do it herself. She's the best carpenter and with the wood, and she came up with 2,000, so that's 2,400 gold pieces I need by noon today. If you do not come up with this funds by noon, then the fines will accrue interest, and we will also place those under arrest.
How can you prove it was us?
I said we have witnesses.
Where's your witnesses? I don't see them.
We have witnesses and sworn affidavits.
Well,
I'm not seeing this proof here. I'm waiting for the thing.
To be fair, Tex, I don't think that they'd bring every witness to every crime scene ever. Or
Yeah,
even,
but
like,
I don't even know if this
arrest or
person's
anything like
official.
that is true. You haven't shown us anything like a badge.
She
He's got some
has
sweet
the
guns,
crest.
though.
Yeah, she has the crest of Bral on her breastplate. But she also then stops, looks over your shoulder, and there's Gamelon. He's on his rocking chair, rocking back and forth, and she looks over and says, Gamelon, what business do you have on this ship? Gamelon puffs his pipe and he goes, Mahaxara, these are just old friends of mine that I'm visiting. And she does, then she waves over another soldier and she snaps her fingers, says, we also need to check on the welfare of a small child that was seen to be near death and brought on board this vessel. And
Saved him. Child.
If you don't mind, we need to do a safety check to make sure.
He can come out. He should be pretty good by now. I can go check on him in just a second here. And I'm gonna cast mending on my loot.
Okay. Okay. And the strings just like start unwinding and then threading themselves in the parts that were frayed, start turning around and connecting and becoming one. Okay.
That's better. It's gonna take me a minute to tune that back, but that's beside the point. Where is that little rascal going off to?
And he's down below. Is that where you're going? Tex?
You guys want to go get him, or I can stay here talk to this?
Tex, I feel like it'd be best if you get him. You healed him after all.
That is fair. I guess
also
that
think it's
does
best
make
if
sense.
someone other than Tex goes with him, because it's Tex. I say this out like so that the woman can't hear us.
Okay. You do. No problem. So...
Like, see, wait, watch. I'm a great healer, lady. Look, you got like a cut or something on you?
Excuse me?
Yeah, like a cut or like a small scrape or something.
What?
Yeah, he wants to prove how good of a healer he is. I'm sorry, he's...
Can you please just either
I stabbed my
bring the
hand.
boy up so we can see the welfare of him, and also, if you do not mind, I'd like to have the fine paid as soon as possible. This is medial task here that I want to get done because I have a ton more to do
door
here.
seems insane.
Plus, I heard you were making a disturbance last night, keeping everybody up.
We did no such thing.
We got my eyes on you guys.
It was those guys in the Illithid embassy that did that.
It's like as Tex is just saying all this stuff about the Illithid embassy, I'm just dragging him backwards down.
Yeah,
the stairs
that works. I'm not gonna resist him. I'm just sort of like
Okay.
kept rambling at the distance. And other things.
His voice is starting to.
When you're being dragged out of the casino by the bouncers or whatever, and you're like, "This is my choice."
I chose
Being
this.
dragged back and not resisting whatsoever.
Okay, Jay.
I thoroughly apologize for our inebriated friend, as well as I will have you know that the person who caused that child's almost death did head into the Illithid embassy, so I think you might want to care about that.
We will look into that. Yes, there's an unfortunate that we have to deal with them, but this is neutral ground. Things are happening. We are keeping an eye out with the impending war coming up. The elves and the Illithid are at each other's throat, so I can feel the tension around here. But if you don't mind, if you're going to do it, don't go through the front door. Come on. This is amateur hour. And
I wasn't there. I was making sure that Timmy got home here, so.
All right. Do you have
Your
the
text shout out from the side, and other thing, and then Kyurgin kicks his hand over his mouth, and I
just
get
punch
dragged
him in
off
the back of
further.
the head and just drag him away.
Okay.
Wait. What's Timmy look like when we open the door here?
Timmy's doing okay. Sybil is right there by him. She's just tending to him, and he laughs and he says, look at this. And he pulls up his shirt, and there's a scar wound. And it's like, chicks dig scars. And he starts unbuttoning it. He starts buttoning his shirt up. And
Oh yeah, man.
yeah, he's feeling
Does he
good.
hit on the woman here in front of us?
Sybil?
As soon as he sees her? Yeah, does
he
he
always
hit on
hits
her?
her. He's always complimenting her and hitting on her. She thinks he's a little boy, cute. She ruffles his hair.
Does he
Timmy.
try and hit on the new woman, the big one who came to check up?
No, she hasn't seen her yet.
Yeah, so he comes up.
Wait, no,
what are you guys
don't.
doing?
Let me talk to him first.
Yeah.
Hey, Timmy, Mayor,
What's up?
Mayor.
All right, he slides on the bed, gets closer.
Listen, there's a lady outside that thinks that what happened yesterday was our fault. Which is just wrong, because you were just standing in the street and you got shot.
Yeah, by that asshole.
And they're trying to find us,
That's fucked up.
right?
Yeah.
So, what we gotta do is come up with a plan.
Okay.
Good plan.
What do you got?
Good grade A plan. Sorry, bit of a hiccups here. 1, 2, 3. Better.
He's like,
Oh.
he's sticking his nose or his fingers on his nose because your breath smells so bad every time you're talking to him. He's like, but he's paying attention.
Got something like a mint to chew on here, a mint leaf.
Sybil goes to her sack and she has a mint herb.
Perfect. He puts it in his mouth. It's like dip, I guess, in a way, but minty.
She hands after she gets close to you, she hands you another one.
That's good. Thank you. I might need that later. But what we gotta do is you gotta just say how your side of the story. You're just standing outside there waiting, and a guy came up and fucking shot you. And I feel like that should really put it on them there, because they assaulted our man first.
Okay, I'm down. I mean, that's literally what happened, so...
Exactly.
Yeah, all right.
And they violated neutrality first.
Should I tell them that you lost the shard? Maybe they can get it back.
We don't need to talk about that. And I take another swig of a bottle as he says I lost the shard.
Okay, all right, we won't talk about that. All right, you slides off the bed, and you're looking
Jack Daniels, too,
right.
god damn it.
All right, and he goes up the stairs. So, Kyurgin, what are you doing? You're down there as well.
I'm just there, just standing and watching. And as soon as like the conversation sort of ends, I'm like, okay, time to get you back up. Come on. And I'm like, it's like I'm just doing the text, and I'm just not really paying attention to anyone else in the room. Like, come on. Did what you came down to do. Let's go up. Everyone's waiting.
All right.
Okay.
Tim, you guys all make it on board. She's still there with her, flanked by her 2 soldiers. And she sees the boy, and she steps onto your ship.
Excuse me, ma'am. We're not let you on the ship. That's a violation of our property.
Well, under Fine 72-8, if there was an incident that was occurred with at least 2 witnesses, I have permission to go on board. So you can take
You're
it up.
fine, 72-8.
Oh my God. She shakes her head and she
Okay,
looks
I
at
didn't
you,
know
Jay,
whether that
and
was-
is like, may I please arrest him? Please say you do not have the money.
Tex, I'm pretty sure we do have the money, right?
Wait. Timmy, say your thing.
Shouldn't we ask, like...
Yeah.
Yeah, Timmy goes, there was no crystal shard that was missing, and
my God.
that I got shot, and it wasn't my fault, it was them. Right, Tex?
Buddy.
Jay just pinches like the bridge of his nose, but doesn't say
Tex is
anything.
doing the same thing, but they're like swaying back and forth while doing.
Okay, so she goes over to the boy.
Wait,
She says,
wait.
she kneels
Oh, geez,
down.
that
She
first.
kneels down by Timmy, and she looks him in the eyes, and you can hear this conversation. She's like, "So can you please tell me what happened? And you were shot, and where were you shot?" And he explained that he was walking, and it was Halloween night where everybody was around, and you were trick-or-treating with him, and these bad people came up and shot him. They tried to steal and rob you guys, and they ran off, and you chased them, and they went into that big black house, and you tried to hit the door and break it down. And and he's going to roll. Why don't you
I was
roll?
about to say,
please
wow,
roll
he's-
that
To be
story
honest,
for
actually,
me.
it's pretty accurate.
It's not the worst thing I've ever heard. Timmy's a better liar than Tex.
All right,
That's not saying much.
Tex, why don't you roll
Fair.
a deception check here?
Me? Just my key sheet?
No, Timmy's.
Where's that one? There it is. Oh, he's got no fucking stats.
It's almost as if he's a child.
Yeah, like he's only if he's a child.
He's been a charming guy. Should have like something or
I'll give you
he's been
advantage.
studying.
I'll give you advantage.
All right, I'll take it. I only have charisma check.
14. That's
14?
good. It's good.
Um,
Yeah. So he is, and she says, "May I please see where the wound is?" He unbuttons his shirt. And he says, "Yep, Civil was helping me." And she turns over, and Civil walks up, and she puts her hand on Timmy's shoulder, and yeah, and she helped me, and Jay over here, they helped me back. Everything's fine. This is my home, and everything's good. And she walks over to you, and she says, "All right, the $400 gold, I'll waive that, but you're gonna have to replace the door, and that's $2,000.
That's ridiculous because they robbed
There's-
us and they attacked our friend.
You still broke the accords,
But they did it first.
can I please just say something quickly?
of course.
I was, as Timmy just said, I was sort of with him as he was trick-or-treating, making sure nothing happened to him, blah, blah, blah. And then when I saw, like, it was my job to look after him. That was my job. And I saw just someone come around to our group, shoot him, and just run off after taking some of our stuff. And I'll admit I did get a bit angry, and so I chased them to their building and tried to beat down their door as they hid behind it like cowards. I probably should have gone to the guards or some other sort of police force, but I wasn't exactly in my right mind because look at what they did to
Our
him.
kid,
If-
look at him. He's got a hole in
Yeah.
his chest now.
If
We're
he
just
didn't have
bitching.
any healing magic, he could have been dead.
All right, why don't you roll a deception here?
Okay, deception, let's see. I have a +2 to that, so...
Pretty good story here. I mean, fuck it, we don't need it.
Okay.
We're good.
She says, well, I understand. I totally do that this boy was shot and that this happened. I will waive the only thing that I can waive, which is the 400 gold pieces, and create it as a fine.
For the door too.
The Illithid Embassy is a neutral ground. You still went on to them, and you have to pay restitution, and you have to fix what you broke.
We'll pay 1,000. That's it.
It's a pretty intricate
They have half
door.
the responsibility
It's 2,000
here.
gold pieces, and it's done by Erda Shipwright. Here's the receipt.
They
She
should
hands it
pay
to you.
1,000 too. They did half the issue here.
I will investigate
Okay,
this.
now I would just also like to add in that as we were getting angry, banging on the doors, our friend here, he is a sorcerer. He's also the drunk one, unfortunately. So he used his familiar
Tipsy.
to fly up to the window. We caught a sight of the man who shot poor little Timmy here, and he said his name was Jack Samuels, was it?
Timmy goes, Daniels.
Daniels, Jack Daniels. That was his name.
Jack Daniels, that rat bastard of a man.
All right. Why don't you roll a persuasion here?
Me?
Yes, Ruben.
Okay, well, that's another +2, so, let me do that quickly.
Okay.
Art's flying around. He's got to get
Yeah,
advantage on that, right?
she kind of nods her head. He's a wanted man, and there is a bounty on his head. So this will probably increase that bounty some more.
How much is it right now? Just curious.
I don't know offhand. Probably around 1,000 gold.
Make it more. Oh, what? No, I'm just
All
bastard
right.
man. He's a slaver, killed my sister, shot Timmy.
He's just drunkenly
Yes,
rambling.
2,000 gold
Hey,
pieces.
ignore
That's all I
him.
can do. She turns around and she leaves. So while she's walking.
Where do we
back
go
down,
find you?
She says, I will have somebody here at noon on your ship have the gold ready. If not, I will come with manacles.
What are manacles? Are there womanacles? Are there?
For you,
there
general
for
for
neutral
you, I'll
hammock
probably have to do
manacle?
something a little more tiny for your hands. Don't. Oh wait.
Ooh, kinky.
And she walks off. All right. What are you guys doing?
Well,
Well,
guys, you heard her. We gotta go find Jack Daniels, so we get the bounty, and we're all set.
we can't do that before noon, Tex.
That's not. There's no spirit if you don't try.
It's roughly around 10 o'clock right now.
We would have 2 hours to find and capture Jack Daniels. I don't think it's possible.
What if we
Well-
just left?
And we would become wanted and probably hunted down by other sort of police forces that know that we were here.
Plus, the Rock of Bral
That's a
has
fair point.
And you
decent
hear,
repair station and is neutral.
yeah, you also hear them starting to put the plate armor on your boat or your ship.
Oh,
They
not
just
done
started
yet.
doing that.
Oh no, did we already pay for the...
We did. We did.
Oh, thank the gods. Oh. Ooh, okay.
Man, god damn it. That's such a pain. I mean, I worked so hard for that money. I shed my blood, sweat, and tears for that.
Yeah.
Nobody gonna say anything there?
Gamelon shakes his head on that one.
Guys,
Well,
what
I'll try and prepare
if I
2,000
gave him
gold.
only 1,900 gold and I made it look like 2,000 gold? I can make illusions.
Yeah, but they'd probably
That's-
notice that as soon as your magic wore off. I doubt the illusions last forever, and you'd probably have to move the illusions as they moved.
I'm real good
Probably
at
for
magic,
maximum
don't worry.
range. Yeah, I've seen how good you are at magic, which is why I'm bringing up this point.
Yeah. But look, and I make a small frog with a little top hat doing the hello my baby, hello my honey dance. It's like, oh, Uh?
I poke the frog. Does my finger go through it, or do I?
100%. 100% it goes through. I mean, not perfect, but I mean, that was pretty good, huh?
Yeah, I do have to admit that was pretty good, but yeah.
What? If we threw a concert to raise the money?
We have 2 hours to deliver the money. I don't think we can get a concert going in 2 hours with anyone actually here to watch us. Besides, how many people on this ship knows how to play an instrument?
Me?
Jay raises his hand.
Jay?
Leatherface raises his hand.
Jay, Leatherface, you can maybe put that hand a little lower.
He puts
You're
it
trying your best.
Yeah, right over his shoulder.
Okay, there we go.
Have
That's
you
fair.
guys ever played together before?
Fun
Jay shakes his
together. Simon Garfunkel. Ugh, more. Was I Simon or Garfunkel? I can't remember. I think it was Simon, right?
No,
No, it was Garfunkel.
You're a Garfunkel, right?
It was more Garfunkel than Simon. No offense, Lee, but your tambourine, it lost a little bit of tempo here or there. No offense. Just trying to be, honest critique so you can get better at it.
He said, fair. It's fair.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on it.
You're working on it. And that leather tambourine does look kind of strange, but you know what? You're working on it.
Jay is down.
Can you lend us 2,000 gold?
What's Jay doing? Jay, what are you doing, Jay?
Jay is gonna assemble 2,000 gold.
Okay, so you're going down to the ship, or to the chest and grabbing the coin?
I'm gonna go talk
Yep.
to the sculptor lady.
Okay. Erda Shipwright is down below. She's mainly just got an eye on the steel worker, or the iron workers that are just making sure everything's running smoothly.
Hey, you. Mayor.
Yeah, she turns over. You. What was
Me.
that last night? I told you this. You got to be quiet around here.
They shot our kid.
Yeah, but you're shooting. That means you get to shoot in the middle of the. That makes no sense.
There's a lot of
We're not allowed to
emotions there.
defend ourselves when our child is attacked and almost killed.
By a barrel?
It was a person
That was
with
me
a
last
gun.
night. I was letting off a lot of steam.
He blew up this barrel. And then he starts shooting for about an hour and a half in
that
the air.
rat bastard was...
To be fair,
waking
he was
everyone away.
very angry and really wanted to get vengeance for almost killing our child.
They shot my boy.
Unfortunately, due to the stupid legal rules of this place, we weren't allowed to. Also a strong door. But forget about that.
There's still half a door left. There's no way that costs 2,000
on
gold.
that,
That's what I'm trying.
I got to get the carpenters going on that door. I never thought I would see me fixing the Illithid embassy door, but she gives you a wink, Tex, and she says, "Nice job," and then she walks.
Be a nicer job if it was a little less expensive.
Give him persuasion.
That's Timmy's.
It's got to be high. Give me a 16 or higher.
24.
1,500.
Thank you for finally being reasonable. I still say it should be on their tab, but yeah, at least that's something. At least that's something. I appreciate that.
I'll draw up a new receipt and give it to Mahaxara. All right.
Can you also secretly work in a way to draw a dick on their door, just subtly?
Yeah, my reputation.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
I can't. I have a reputation.
Just
listen, I understand, but I can't have my reputation tarnished like that. This is neutral ground, and
What? Oh no, I get you. But I'm just saying, maybe if you only looked at it from a certain angle.
yeah, I can't
You know,
do it.
all the pieces sort of just barely jutted out in a certain way. Actually, it'd probably make it more expensive. Never mind. That's no point.
I'll think about it. All right.
Yeah.
And she walks off. Okay.
Also, say, wait, do you want to go for drinks sometime? Okay.
She shakes her head, walking off. All right. What are you doing?
0 for 2. Well, I'll tell Jay. Wait, Jay, I sub only 1,500 gold instead of the 2,000.
Jay will look over and nod and remove some gold.
All right.
Okay, so that brings our total now to... At least we still have 1,100 gold now. Paying this. Such fucking bullshit.
Okay.
Well, at least I didn't go to jail for property damage as expected.
Money talks around here. On this
Really? What does it say?
It says...
Can it whisper the sweet nothings into my ear?
Well, it says a lot the more you have.
Yeah, Tex is gonna go try to find that succubus brothel then, that he saw that first night when we went on our shopping trip.
Okay.
So try to find the demon GF to go sob into.
So,
but also,
are you going back on the ship, or are you leaving directly from talking to Erda?
No, I'm gonna go back on the ship for just a moment to pick up some more gold. So I gotta fill up my own coffers, of course.
Okay. What is Jay gonna do? You were counting out the gold. That didn't take long. What are you doing?
Jay, after like asking Tex where he'll be, because Jay is with all the gold when he sees Tex taking some.
Yep.
42. Okay.
Are you going somewhere, Tex?
So, did you? I don't think you went in with us, me and Kyurgin, when we was it me, Kyurgin, and Tharos that one in there, or?
It was Kyurgin and you.
Yeah, but like, who else was with there that shopping? Was it? I think it was Jay, right? Jay came out with us.
Jay went in there, but he didn't. Jay went into the brothel. He did not have sex with anyone there.
Yes.
Gotcha. Yeah, you were in the... I'm just gonna go there again, see if I can, work through this, so to say.
Alright. Have fun.
Okay.
Hi. Might.
Alright.
He starts drinking more beers.
Alright,
like,
you are
like,
stumbling
weeping
down.
Also, now we have 777 gold in our ship. If we're taking away the gold for the, what's it called, for the person we're paying.
Fine.
Yeah.
Fine. For the door.
Repairs. We
Erda
got out of the
gave you a
fine.
discount on repairing this door.
Yeah.
Alright.
And then I also filled up Tex's coffers to his usual amount of gold he always has of 420.
Alright, Kyurgin, what are you doing?
I guess I'm just gonna hang around with Tex the whole day, make sure he doesn't do something stupid because he's still drunk as shit.
Okay.
Kyurgin, for today, just in case anything happens, you'll have one of the Sunning Stones and Jay will have one of the Sunning Stones.
Okay. So now you can communicate back. So you guys are walking towards the market on 54. I need you to each roll me a perception check, please.
Does Tex have to do it with disadvantage because he's drunk?
Makes sense.
Yeah, go ahead. Let me...
I honestly think the race
I got
button
an
is
8.
down here because...
Hold on, I have the map.
A solid
Well,
8.
double that. Loser.
You're right, Tex is a loser right now. Oh, he doesn't lose the crystal, lose Jack Daniels, almost lose Timmy.
Oh yeah.
Lose 1,500 gold. I did fucking beat that door down. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, you guys, who rolled the highest here? So, Kyurgin, you notice you have
by a lot.
a tail of around 2 city guards just staying back, but monitoring you towards it. What are you guys doing in regards to the 2 soldiers tailing you guys?
Tex doesn't notice, I don't think so.
No, but Kyurgin does, unless he tells you Tex.
I'm gonna find out. What is it?
I don't think I'm gonna tell Tex just because he's just not very full of good ideas, especially at the moment.
Okay.
So
Probably smart.
what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna sort of keep them in the corner of my eye, but not in my direct line of sight, so I can know where they are. Of course, I'm not just gonna have my head to my side the whole way as we're walking. I'm just only gonna glance behind us every few moments or so.
They're not hiding where their, positions. They're keeping their distance, but They're told to not let you out of their sight. So if you turn a corner, they're kind of hurrying up a little bit around the corner to make sure they always have you in their sight. Jay, what are you doing on the ship?
Oh.
I'm sorry, Tex, but hold on. I wonder what Jay's doing.
Go ahead, Jay. No, go ahead.
Jay is training and playing with his mastiff.
Playing with...
Because I have the dog.
You're training your dog. Okay.
He's playing with himself.
Yep. The dog is trying to learn, and you're teaching it a trick. No problem. All right, Tex, what are you doing?
I'm pulling up my loot and I'm going, hey, I'm on my way out, walking fast, faces fast, gonna see my demon girl. And that's it. That's the only bit I had.
The market is bustling. People are making their way around you as people are selling and buying and trading. Anything you want is in this area. The smells of cooked meats and people making their street foods.
Tex would def get distracted by street meat.
Yeah, and all different types of... You hear goats are being sold. These big elephant-looking creatures are being sold. A lot of different animals you've never seen. And you make it up to the brothel.
Wait. We're stopping the market as soon as I heard street meats. Tex is drunk and he's gonna get some street meats.
Okay.
Hey, Kyurgin. Oh, we need...
What do we need?
A goat.
Why do we... What?
Listen. I got milk. We got cheese. Fresh milk cheese on the long journey. Pretty good.
Well, we can make cheese, but they don't just, like, out of their milk, but they just don't just make cheese on their own.
We got milk. We got cheese. And we give it, like, nice fur coats. Think about it.
We would need to kill the goats to make the coats.
Oh, I just collect the hairs and we just put them together. We can name them Shelby.
Yeah, we could make sort of a yarn out of it, I guess, but we've already got so much going on at the ship. I don't think it'd be that good of an idea to just buy a goat randomly. If anything, we should probably just discuss it with the party first before we do anything stupid.
Oh, no, they'll really appreciate it if we come back with a goat.
I don't know. We don't even know if any of them are allergic to goats. For all we know, little Timmy could be so allergic that as soon as he sees one, he just dies.
Oh, shit, you're right.
I don't want that.
You're right. Oh, I didn't think about allergies. Are you allergic to goats, Kyurgin?
I'm not, but I don't know about anyone else on the ship.
I'm gonna look over the goat. It's okay, Shelby. We'll come back for you.
He
Then I'm gonna go over to like a street vendor.
You and walks up, and there's a street vendor selling. It looks to be like roasted lizards. And you walk past that one? Or...
You a big lizard guy, Kyurgin?
I mean, I haven't really had any before, but might as well.
I mean, when I was in the desert hunting Jack Daniels, I had a lizard or two. It's a little chewy at first, but it's just basically like chicken if you get the white meat.
Okay, all right.
Like what? Like does it look like standard, like sort of like iguana? Is what I'm imagining right now,
kind
man.
Of iguana,
like a little more alien, of course.
Looks like, yeah, toasted. The skin is very brittle, and it comes off, and you have to really get around the rib cages as you eat it. And the best part is like the stomach area, where the big piece of meat, and all the organs are out of it. You just eat it, and it gives you a couple of dipping sauces to use, and yep.
Oh yeah, it's two lizards.
Okay, copper Reese.
Have I noticed the guards behind us yet?
The guards, you can give another perception check here.
You say yes. I want to buy them lizard too.
Looking for a 13. Nope.
Damn.
Nope. You're so engrossed and still feeling it.
Lizard. Now, what do you think? He's got a little... I'll put in the sauce here. How good is the lizard? Most importantly.
It
be a survival?
It's not that bad. you've had better lizard in Draj for sure than here. So you've been spoiled by like good lizard. This place,
Good street lizard in a slave planet.
yeah,
It's better than this hot garbage.
Yeah, you've had better lizards in your.
This lizard been frozen?
He goes, no. These lizards are from a small planet called Kondraji.
Is it gluten free?
No,
gluten good because I like my gluten.
I have no idea what gluten is. He's an older man, weathered skin, gray beard, no shirt. He's wearing like sandals and dirty pants. He's on a rug, and his stand is a cutting board and like a frying pan wok.
You ever put any king spice on this?
And he's got a bunch of different dipping sauces. The sauces are really what make it. Like, they're pretty
The sauces
spicy
are pretty
too.
solid.
Yeah. Super
I drink more booze to calm my spice.
And the old man holds up a flask and he tips it in your direction as he sees you take one, and he takes a sip as well as he gets back. Another
I like this guy.
couple of kids are in line behind you and are ready to buy some as well.
Wait, what's your name, stranger, real quick?
Silac.
Silac Lizard Man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You
We'll
got-
come back for Silac.
Silex stick lizards.
Yeah. That's it. That's his sign right there. So you make it to the brothel,
Yep.
I assume.
Hold the lizard forward and say,
Yes.
onward!
You walk up to the door, and the bouncer, which is this giant minotaur with huge muscular arms, and he steps in between you and the front door, and he says, hold on.
You are not allowed in here.
Wait, what? Why?
She does not want to see you right now. She is quite upset.
Oh my, that's why we're supposed to talk it out together.
She says, find what you need to find, and then she will see you.
See her starting the inspiration. Can you at least give her a message?
What do you want?
I hold out 2 gold for him. Please just talk.
What do you want me to say to her?
That exact word.
Talk.
Please just talk.
Oh,
Yeah.
pass it along.
And he takes the 2 coin, puts it in his pocket, and this older man with a top hat and hair that has been dyed black, you could tell it was probably gray. He slips behind him and into the brothel.
Oh, but you let that?
Really? You need me to explain why?
We were supposed to go give her the message. I'm waiting for you to give the message.
I will give her the message. Now please.
I'll just let my bird go in and like tie a message to his foot.
It doesn't
I'm
work
just
that
standing
way.
there behind Tex with just like
No,
my fingers on like the bridge of my nose, just
Yeah.
I'm trying to fly my bird up to the top of one of the windows, sort of peek and try to find her.
Okay.
is the bird flying drunk because Tex is drunk?
I think the family are sort of separate there, but also I like to imagine it because that sounds hilarious. So
Yeah.
also yes.
Yeah, that's definitely yes. Why don't you do a perception for your bird?
First I write in crayon, and talk please. Tied
you-
to the leg.
Are you doing that? You're
What
gonna
do you
tie a
have
message?
crayon?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Okay. So it flies up. Give me a perception.
Perception,
Okay.
11.
Okay, so it looks up and you look in, and the man that you saw with a top hat, he's wearing like this pink tutu, and he looks at your bird and he goes, "Fly, get out of here," and he hits the bird
Ka!
out of the way.
Ah!
Okay, what are you doing?
I'm gonna fly onto a different window.
sound dot MP3. Ka.
Exactly. It keeps flying from window to window, and you see some things you really wish you hadn't seen, and there's some things that you kind of lingered a little longer than you probably should have. But you
Nice.
see nothing that would resemble who you are looking for.
Oh, this just keeps getting worse, Kyurgin. First, those Jack Daniels. Second, No. First, Timmy gets shot. Second, loses Jack Daniels. Third, I have a dream about being, like, my flesh flayed off and being eaten by demons. Fourth, we have to pay extra gold for bullshit. Fifth, my lady don't even want to see me. This is stupid.
Yeah, I know, it sounds rough, but as soon as we get back what you're supposed to, then I'm certain everything will be fine. I'm sure that your lady will talk to you. I'm sure that in the process of us getting what we need, Jack Daniels will be dead, or at least gravely injured, and then we'd be able to kill all those nasty illithids. I whisper out of sight of the guards that are clearly behind us still.
Yeah.
And then we'd be able to get
It's
all that money
calamari.
back that we're supposed to pay them. Exactly.
Okay. So what are you guys doing?
The pub, Kyurgin?
You kind of faded
that
it.
text?
Yeah, faded out.
You want to go to the pub then, Kyurgin? We can get some drinks. Try to meet some lucky ladies, and I do like the thing where like move both my eyebrows back with one hand, like my pinky and index finger. Meet some ladies. But my way doesn't want to talk.
I think that we should probably go back to the ship by now, because how long were we supposed to be gone for?
2 hours.
This is me asking the
2 hours.
2 hours, okay. And it's probably only been like 20 minutes at most.
No, it took you about 20 minutes to get there, and then you ate lizard, add another 20 minutes to that, and the whole episode was about 10 minutes there, so that's about 50 minutes.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, that does make sense. So we've already been out here for about half as long. I don't know how long we'd be able to, talk up some girls and then bring them back to the ship when we're supposed to pay money to some guards people.
Jay's
Just
got
might
that.
be a
He's
bit
a smart
complicated.
guy.
Yeah, I learn from the best, and then I just tap text, and the guards that are like probably watching and listening,
Yep.
I just look at them and I just shake my head a little and then turn back to text.
They're far enough away. They're with the noise of the market. They're not going to hear you talk. They're just there to keep eyes on you.
Okay, all right.
Well, yeah, I'll follow wherever Kyurgin takes me at this point. Tex has done all he can.
If you
He might try to do like a general feel for like where the crystal is after hearing the Minotaur say that, but like
It's going to be I would give you a short rest and then you can try it again. But as of right now, you tried it earlier with a pretty low number. So short rest and you can do it again.
Gotcha. Sounds good.
Okay, so
I'm just gonna say, so we're gonna go back to the ship now. If you feel like still going to the pub, going to the bar, what have you, after we pay off the 1,000 gold, then you and I can head off there, have a great time, meet some nice girls, but we should probably hang out at the boat for now.
This is why I like you, Kyurgin. You've stuck with me for all this time. You know this. Wild stuff.
It's going to take about 20 minutes to get back. So that is an hour and 10 minutes total. So you have about 50 minutes before the money's supposed to be transferred over. Jay, what are you doing? You're training your dog, but you have an hour and about 20 minutes of training. Anything else you want to get accomplished?
Jay will, spend a good hour properly training and messing around with his elemental stuff.
Okay.
Like engaging with the water and all that stuff.
Okay. So you train that. You guys are back on the ship. All set. 40 minutes to go until it is time to transfer the money. What do you guys do?
Tex is just gonna go into his room, open his door, the tumbleweed's gonna come out, and he's gonna close his door and just go to sleep.
Okay. You're sleeping it off. And Kyurgin, you're on the ship. What are you doing?
I just follow Tex, make sure he gets into his room. As soon as he gets there and closes the door, I just pick up the tumbleweed and sneakily throw it back in, and then I just go rest on the top deck, just with like my head's in my hands on it, you know what I mean, and just sitting there, just trying to just think.
You grab the
about what to do.
tumbleweed. It was a minor illusion all the time. It's always been a minor illusion.
Yeah, no, that's hilarious. Kyurgin, you're actually looking at that artifact that you had, the gas tank with the 2 gloves, and just like your finger runs over a part of it, and you kind of feel an indentation, but it's pretty rusted there. And as you wipe it back and forth more and more, a name starts to appear on this gas tank. It's called Juzba. Juzba. Juzba.
Juzba.
Juzba.
Juice bar.
We gotta go to the juice bar, Kyurgin. No, I'm not there. Not there.
So you do that. And if you guys don't want anything to do till the 40 minutes, the captain is coming back. And she walks up the gangplank. 2 soldiers flanking her again. She stops just before she gets onto your ship, respecting the boundary of your ship, and calls over. Hey, you guys ready?
Hey, keep it. Could you keep it down? Tex is sleeping, and I don't want him to wake up because I don't want to deal with that.
Oh, sorry. Do you have... An Erda shipwright comes walking up and she's like, in fact, we changed. We found that we had the wood already. I didn't have to order, so that took 500 off of the price. So he only owes 1,500. Here is the new receipt. She hands it over, and the captain nods and says, "Thank you, Erda." And it looks like it's your lucky day, boys. 1,500 it is. Do you have it?
Jay will lift up this massive pouch of 1,500 gold coins.
It's all in copper. It's all in copper.
She says, "I'm not gonna count it right now. I do hope I can trust you, but we are going to count it when we come back. And if there's any shenanigans, it is straight to the underside of the rock for all of you." And she just turns around and walks away.
Even to me, I say she's walking off.
Okay. What are you guys doing?
Taking a
I
short
guess that
rest.
means not even to me. Yeah, short rest. Why not?
Okay. You guys rested up, short rest. Now what?
Do I feel anything as I wake up hungover?
You want to search for the crystal, right?
Yep.
That would be a wisdom roll. The higher the roll, the more you can sense its direction.
Solid 14.
Solid 14. So with a 14, you can sense definitely north, south, east, and west. Like it's pulling you in a eastern location.
Much did I drink? Oh god. Oh god. That's not good. Oh, what is that? It's the usual head ringing I get afterwards. What is it? Oh, that's new. That definitely feels new. I probably should tell the guys about this. And I'll slowly stumble out of the galley and I'll see Trallman and be like, "Trallman, juice, water, something. Maybe a little bit of bread."
He's got it. I got it. I got it. Exactly.
Down. We're good. We're good.
And he starts crushing some tomatoes and throwing some pepper and some spices into it and a celery stick.
Man.
All right. And he's making you a Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what are we doing, guys? Short rested.
I'm going to the top. All right, guys. I think I figured it out. It's to the east.
What's to the east?
Looks left, looks right. Is what's his shoot? What's his Galman? No,
Gamelon?
Gamelon. Sorry,
Yep.
I messed up the L and the M. Gamelon, still within earshot.
Gamelon is not on the ship right now.
Bristol, it's to the east. Can I tell like how far east, or is it still kind of?
No. Only if you roll like a 19 or 20 will you pinpoint it.
I guess we'll just keep taking short rests till I feel really secure, guys.
You can only take one short rest a day.
Maybe we should just stay here for like the next month.
Well, I mean, we need to head to the raised cup, right?
Yep.
Raised cup. What do we have to do there again? Is there like elves or something?
The courier? Message. Veiled Alliance.
Not match, round.
Oh, right. Sorry, I was pretty drunk the other day, so not everything quite stuck down. That makes sense. Yeah, okay. Well, it's saying that the crystal's there too. At least he's and I'm looking at the map, and I hold it upside down initially. No, it says we got to go to space, guys.
Wait, no.
Jay grabs the
no,
map,
it's actually
turns it over,
land
and then
of
hands it back to him.
There you go.
Nope. No. Well, you're right. It is the raised cup we got to get to. It sounds like a bar.
Yep. It possibly could be, Tex. Okay. So you make your way down to the raised cup. It is getting towards noon, which means it is definitely getting busier at this point where...
Like 3 right now, right? Like 1 o'clock or something
No,
like that?
it
So
was-
we paid it off at noon.
No, it was noon. You paid her off, but you guys were taking a short rest. You were sleeping
Yeah, so
before
like
then.
3?
So short rest is like what? Like an hour or so, right?
Okay, so like 2.
Yeah, so it's like 2 o'clock. You go to the raised cup, and it's a pretty humble looking bar. Actually, you probably can consider this place a hole in the wall. Maybe a dump. You walk in, everything's kind of dusty. There's what you probably can consider degenerates at the bar, probably lifers, people who have the same seat every day.
Does Tex see his future self in there?
Yeah, yep. The chairs are all mismatched, but there's a good aroma of food wafting along as you enter this dimly lit bar, and there is a bartender. He is a lanky dude with a overalls or apron that's pretty dirty, and he's cleaning a cup with his dirty apron.
Excuse me, sir.
What
Are
can
you
I do
busy
for
there?
ya?
Well, my friends here, they probably like a nice helping of biscuits and dragon gravy, and myself, I'd like a nice hot bowl of jambalaya.
No problem. We'll get that going right away. Anything to drink with that?
And I'm sure it's a very special bowl of, and I wink at him, jambalaya, and I slide 2 extra gold over the counter.
No problem. Got it. Coming up. There's...
You know who Chamali is, right?
No, absolutely no fucking clue.
Never mind. I take the gold
No,
back.
he took the gold, man. He
I
smushed
was
that
sliding it very slowly. I was saying this in character.
You
You
took
know who?
Okay, how about this? We'll do a dex off. How's that?
All right. That's
We'll
fair.
roll for it here. This guy's gonna be a straight roll. No.
16.
Oh, damn it. All right, so he like tries to reach and snag it, but you quickly, deftly, right
Just
under
before I
his
was
hand.
like, I pull it back like, you know who Chamali is, right? And
He's no clue, but I can definitely get you some food.
Alrighty.
Did you?
I'll still
did
take
you want
that.
some food?
I do still want some food.
All right, 1 gold piece, and now I'll throw a beer on.
1 gold piece.
1 gold
One silver.
piece. You wanted some big portions here. Come on.
Smaller portions then.
All right, then
not bread
3
thing
silver.
here.
3 silver. I was throwing in the beer.
That I can do.
All right, 3 silver.
What? You know what? Throwing a beer?
Yeah, I was gonna throw in a beer for a gold piece. But
No, 3 still.
Tex is thinking about it.
Yeah.
then no beer. I'll just get you the food.
All right, that's fair.
Jay, with your perception, you look over and there are what definitely would be considered an adventuring group at a table, and they are looking at Tex and then back and then looking at you and that you, Jay, and Kyurgin, and eyeing you, but trying to do it discreetly, like elbowing the person next to them and then whispering something, and then that person kind of glances over the shoulder towards you.
Real quick out of character question. Do they look like a young, like green adventuring group, or like an experienced adventuring group? Just out of character here.
Yeah, out of
Just
character.
for Jay's
roll
clarification.
For perception.
Just for
roll
Jay's for.
You gotta roll for that.
I would like Jay to do. Yeah. Okay.
Perception.
So can we all roll
15.
for it or just him?
I'm just asking on behalf of like for us
Scars,
understanding.
Armor is probably, you would say, high-end armor. Of sword on one of them is pretty nice. Somebody's got a staff that is radiating some type of electricity.
And this isn't the adventuring party that we threatened like yesterday, right?
No, a totally different party.
Alright.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
These guys, what am I trying to say? It's the last thing. Or do these people remind me like of what's the name of they were a group, the Thought something. Thinkers or whatever.
The
I forgot the
Pragmatic
name.
Order of Thought.
Pragmatic Order of Thought.
That yeah. You do not.
Rio's
these people-
thoughts. No.
I don't think you would. You're not that familiar with it. And these people, nothing gives it away from what you see as any. They don't have a shield or a crest that would give them away. They just have pretty much random armor pieces of everybody around them.
They don't have a shield with two swords?
No, definitely.
Damn. Wrote that one down.
Tex isn't drunk anymore, but Tex kind of ruined Jay's trust. Jay will nudge Kyurgin and go, it appears we've been seen by a party over there. And I'll basically just nod my head to them.
Yeah,
Shall
I
we
think I see.
go into discussion?
We probably should. Just out of character, I still have one of those sending stones on me.
Correct.
Does
Jay as well.
Is there one on the ship?
You can talk as long as someone
no,
has the
but
message is touching the message orb. You can send something to them. But other than that, no.
Right.
Yeah, so you can send someone something. Yeah, never mind. I'll shut up. Shall we get this started so we know if we're gonna get thrown out sooner rather than later?
I mean, they're obviously looking at us. They're not doing a very good job. You know what? I stand up with my drink that I have and I'm like, let's do this. I start walking over to the table.
Jay follows Kyurgin.
Okay. You guys...
Text noticed, or is just text
Perception.
Fair enough.
10
Does he
or
notice
higher.
we're walking
10 or
away
higher.
from him?
Yeah.
But he's talking to the bartender at this point.
What I get, I can't tell yet.
Definitely not.
No, he got
No.
a 4.
He's talking to the bartender, trying to order some food. Actually, just came out, and you smell his food, and it smells delicious. And you're focusing on that. As you two step over to the table, they see you approach, and they kind of slide their chairs back. Like you can see Jay, their shoulders tense up, and their hands drop to their weapons a little bit.
I'm gonna say, you guys have been looking at us over your shoulders ever since we got in here. It's a bit odd. My friends and I, we're just trying to have a drink, trying to have a good time. If you guys want to start something, then don't just sit there in a corner all edgy and shit. Just come out and just do it, alright?
And
Vex hear this?
yeah,
Or no?
yeah, you hear this now because you turn over.
And we should take it outside!
And
I mean, yeah, if we are gonna fight, obviously outside. I mean, don't want to break anything from the barkeep. I mean, he hasn't done anything to me.
the biggest guy there drops his hand off of his sword. He tips his head back and bellows out a loud laugh, and he goes, "Oh, we were just talking about it was you guys that knocked the hole into the Illithid embassy, right?"
Debatable.
Yeah.
Is that a
was us.
good thing for you guys
They
if we
snap their
did?
fingers, and it's like, a round of beer for these guys.
Oh,
Oh,
how
He's like,
expensive the beer? Because we had to pay a lot for that. Fucking bullshit. They shot our kid. Fucking.
He's like, you gotta tell me how you did that, man. That is the silliest thing I've ever heard. That is fantastic. I can't believe you did. And he's like, hey, my name is Roger. And he's like, I am from the Extermination LTD. If you guys heard from us, we're always looking for people like you guys, for sure. You guys can.
Extermination
Yeah.
LTD. Got it.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So,
we're just to have a seat here. Please tell me what happened.
Well, do you guys want to start or do you want me?
I'll gesture for them to start as Jay wasn't there. Also, I'll be right back.
So,
well, you see, I slowly raise my dragon arm onto the table. I have a bit of a natural talent for dealing with sushi.
I see. That's we had our fair share of dealings with these assholes, and to see it done to their front door of the embassy is fantastic. You guys ever deal with big giant creatures? Because that's what we do. We make a ton of cash capturing creatures for Hallister Blackcloak, and you've heard of Under Mountain, right?
No, I'm not familiar,
Well,
unfortunately.
let me just tell you what. There's this wizard. He's mad, and he gets tons of money because he gets these adventurers to go into this giant, massive dungeon, and he just takes all their gold from all the dead adventurers and buys new creatures to fill up his. It's a freaking pyramid scheme, but we're making a living capturing creatures. We fly it over to Hallister's spaceport, and we transport him into his dungeon. We make a killing. You guys can, we're always looking for new help, and you guys are definitely up for it.
We've dealt with a pyramid scheme before, and I'll be honest, it was an okay moment. Have you heard of an obsidian golem?
Do you know how much we could get at least 10,000 gold pieces for that?
We killed one of those.
yeah. I mean, it took a long while.
You killed an obsidian golem?
Wait, we did kill that, right? Or did we
Technically, you did not. You ran from it.
We killed it.
Telling them.
I'm pretty sure.
Like, hold on. One of us definitely had like a shard of it that we kept as a souvenir, didn't
Oh,
we?
That is true.
We had shard. It was Thyros who had a shard in it because the thing kept on beating us up, so we had shards of it in our skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how we had.
They don't need to know that,
I
though.
know,
We,
I just want to know who had it. So
we killed a couple Umber Hulks.
Those can go for
like-
3,000 gold pieces each.
I mean,
But
there's
you gotta
only
keep
two
them
on
alive.
both,
That's the
you know?
thing. You gotta
That
have.
does sound kind of complicated there. Like, in, like,
Yeah.
wholesale, or, like, if they're missing a couple limbs, it is okay?
No, you get you have the better
Wow.
looking it is. What we do is we tranquilize them. We try to tranquilize them, paralyze them.
What do you
Turn them to
tranquilize
stone.
them with?
Oh, we can we have alchemists that make us some tranquilizer darts. You got that.
How,
you got,
how strong?
Not that
I
strong.
just want to say,
Bigger they are. What?
there's probably not that many good-looking Umber Hulks out there.
No, they're
That's
horrible.
fair.
But the more appendages, the better price you're gonna get.
Just, I can just imagine some amateur team just getting one Umber Hulk and just stitching the limbs of the ones that they just killed and just putting it on the guy and trying to sell it off as like Super Umber Hulk.
One of the
sorry, I've
guys.
had a bit
one
to
of
drink.
one of the guys goes, that literally did not happen. It just once.
Yeah. I mean, hey, you got to make your buck as much as you can. You got one that's living with a couple limbs missing. I mean, as long as it looks good.
And then one of them goes, remember when we painted the halflings green and we called them goblins? That was...
Question your morals and goals here, but this Hallister Blackcloak, you say, he's got a dungeon? What's at the bottom of his dungeon he keeps trying to fill up with all these
He
monsters?
keeps making more levels and more levels, but down at the bottom there's this, like, skull port down there.
Skull port?
Yeah, you don't... The further down you go, the more... See, what happened is he finally dug and he went into part of
What,
the
too
drow. Yeah, I went too deep, and the Underdark and all that crap that's down there. There's a bunch of drow.
Yeah.
You don't want to go too far down. The good stuff's right in the middle. If you can ever
Hey,
get
Jay.
in there.
You know about the squid people. Where were they in the whole Underdark?
Jay actually,
Look back. Oh, yeah.
if we're going canon, Jay has like an aunt who married a mind flare. So where do the mind flares fit in the Underdark?
Well, they are usually in mostly any Underdark in any D&D lore. They're
Yeah,
everywhere.
like the very deep parts, right?
Yeah,
Oh, they just sort of spread
in
out.
space, they probably, the lore isn't very canon, I don't believe, but they are from a far realm of wild space and colonize different planets, so they're all over. But usually in the deep Underdark, you will get mind flayers for damn sure.
Say
Real quick question, gentlemen. I don't mean to pry about the nature of your business, but if, say, someone wanted to hunt down a person, how much would that cost?
We kind of stay away from that stuff. That's
He's got a bounty.
Yeah,
At
least 1,000
we're
gold.
not bounty hunters technically. We're pretty much for monsters and creatures is where we get our money from. There's other people who are more resourceful to tracking people than that.
I mean, you don't have to kill him. Just bring him live to me. That's all I really want.
It depends.
I want to do that myself.
Depends on what you're looking for and what the prey is.
You heard of a man by the name of, and I'm going to look left, I'm going to look right, Jack Daniels?
Let's give you a nice roll of the dice here. Let's see if he does. No, they
No, he does
do
not.
not. Nope, sorry, haven't heard of him.
Well, if you do happen to hear of him, which I'd be unfortunate for you if you do. He's a real bastard.
Yeah, like I
He's
said.
honestly, doing those. Oh,
Oh, go ahead. It's like I said,
He-
if you guys want to join our force, you can stop on by. We have a a union here.
you guys have unions? What are those?
It's where a group of people form together, and if anything goes wrong, we all make sure our prices are all legit together, so no one undercuts each other, and we raise all boats. So, yeah, we have different branches all over. So, stop on by.
Okay.
And
It's like a farmer's club then?
You have to pay a union due to get in.
I was going to say, is there a
there's
fee to
there's
join?
There's a fee. It's only 10% of your earning.
10%? But you're saying these things go for thousands of coins. That's a lot of overhead there.
Tens of thousands.
That's insane. You guys are paying that?
No, Hallister's
Guess
paying.
why?
Hallister's paying us. We go.
So he pays the union due on top of your fee.
It comes out of our fee. He contracts what creature he wants. Then they give the board or a work order, and whoever wants to go, who's part of pays their dues, gets to choose what creature they want. And if you find they can get that creature, they'll pay you for it as long as it's alive and it's in fairly good shape.
But so where are you guys in this totem pole of the people at your particular company? Are you like upper top here?
Yeah, we're not the best. No. We
Okay. So we're middlemen. I guess the union works out for you then.
Yeah.
I was saying, if you're up there, man, like, you should be saying, fuck the union. You get that extra 10% towards yourself.
Yeah, but
Yes.
then if you don't, now you have 37 different adventuring groups that will say you're stealing work from them, and you might find yourself without work and without a way to work. If you steal their money, that's technically stealing their jobs.
But it's you got the job in the first place, though.
Yeah, well, we're good at what we do, and the union hall does have its great benefits. I mean, freaking
Like, what are the
free
benefits here? Like, I would
free
get, like,
healing, free healing potions, free weapon,
that's pretty good.
free healing when you get back, your own room and board. If your ship's broken down, they'll fix it for you if you're on a mission. any repairs or armor that you need repaired.
That'd be nice. Those do
Yeah,
get kind of
I mean,
expensive.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Okay, I hadn't seen some benefits here now. Real quick, have you guys ever heard of a lady by the name of Chamali? Just curious.
No, haven't.
No,
And then you
no.
hear a whistle from the corner, and he goes, "I certainly heard of chamale." And
Is that like behind me that I'm hearing this whistle, or like it's
Sure.
from like the corner of the the table?
it's
Is
sort
it?
of
It's
a
like with the
corner
guys
dark-
where I'm talking to,
corner
or like
dark area. You see a half elf is leaning back in a chair. His feet are on top of another chair. He's leaning back. He's well dressed. He's neatly trimmed silver beard, dressed moderately, but definitely like a noble. Silver hair, with pointy ears and a thin mustache above his
like pencil thin?
yeah,
or like
pencil thin mustache just on the lip practically of
Okay.
silver too, mustache. And he is leaning back and he's got a mug of something in it and he's just eyeballing you.
One of you guys take point for just a moment. I'm gonna keep talking with these guys. And I'm gonna take a quick visit to the restroom here and grab a couple more round of drinks. But one of you guys take point. I say to the rest of the party members.
Right.
Okay. So who's taking point? What? Kyurgin, what are you doing? You see this guy whistling.
I guess I'm taking point.
Yep.
I don't really know, really. That's pretty helpful. I guess I'm just gonna watch for now, see what happens.
Okay. Jay, what are you doing?
So this guy like whistled to us and said, "Hey, I know Chamali," and none of us in our party are going to talk to him right now.
Jay, Tex went to go get more beer.
You know what? Jay is the most charismatic person here. Jay will walk up to this fellow.
All right. He leans back and he goes, you must be Jay. It's hard to mistake you for someone else. Have a seat. My name's Tareo Mosantes. I hope you got my message.
Yes, we appear to have gotten your message. The, thought people, right?
Yeah, he hushes his tone. He's like, well, we go by POTS. It's the acronym Pragmatic Order of Thought. But we like to keep ourselves a little bit underground. But so I do know Chamali, and she's definitely spoken highly of you and says that you helped with a little revolution, freed some slaves, and even bought some to free and work for you and bought their freedom. And all these are the same virtues we share.
And then Tex comes back and says, what I miss? Sorry about that. And I bring another round of
And
drinks to the table.
You must be the famous Tex. Tareo
The one and only.
Mosantes. It's good to know. And I assume this is Kyurgin. Kyurgin, good to meet you.
I just give him like a pointer finger, like, hey, and then I take a sip. Something I don't know.
No problem. And he sips his mug. Looks like there might be some hard liquor in there. And he says, for months we have freed slaves throughout Wild Space. This is what we do. We mostly battled the Nyogi and Mind Flayers. And thank you guys for doing that. That was, the word has already spread that you knocked down the door of the Illithid embassy. That's gonna be. We should make a statue of you guys. That's
what is it?
We stopped a ship of Neogis and freed some slaves, and something happened that was different than any other time. The Neogi were separating the slaves from those that were believers of pantheons to those that were atheists. We have no reason why, but it seems that the atheists are being more coveted and were being brought to some place in realm space. I don't know why. It's a mystery that we're working on. But Kyurgin, your people were on such a vessel, and they are believers of Palos, so they were pretty much second-handed off to the chainmen here. So they are, I believe, still on the rock, as far as I know. But we believe Merchant Efference and the chainmen are one and the same. But there's no way we can prove that. And the Efference merchant clan is such a big house. They have so much money, and we are fledgling underground freedom fighters. There's no way we can go like head to head against these guys.
Also, does he have like a crest on him anywhere?
No, he's dressed pretty nobly. That's about it.
Random question, completely out of nowhere. Have you ever seen? And I pull up the shield with the E and two swords.
He goes,
like drawn it poorly on a napkin. Like, do you recognize that at all?
That's the crest of Efference merchant house.
Oh.
Yep. That what I believe in the clues that we have from us surveilling them is that they will use the chainmen ship and then paint their ships red and look like their merchant ships to bring them onto the rock with the slaves hidden in special cargo holds inside their ship, bring it underneath the rock, and then transfer it onto different merchant ships all over realm space and wild space. But we can't prove it. We haven't been able to. Have you
texted Mahaxara at all?
Excuse me?
Mahaxara Khal?
Oh.
She's buff lady. She's real hot.
She can only do what Prince Andrew wants her to do, and Prince Andrew wants to keep everything running smoothly, if you get my drift, and the House Efference creates a lot of money and revenue for the Rock. It's a tough sell. She's a good person. She has a good heart, but she's in a tough situation.
Okay, well, it does complicate things there then. They were saying money drives most things on the rock here. It's understandable, you're just a floating thing in space.
This is a merchant hub of all of wild space has a house, and all the races have pretty much an embassy here. This place is sort of like neutral ground of Dragonlance, Greyhawk, Ravnica, Eberron, Dark Sun. Whoever spell jamming will come here, and all the merchant ships. This is a huge hub in merchant, so a lot of money flows through here.
Quick question I totally knew all those things were, but let's say that Jay here didn't, because he's just a simple boy from Kahar, and if you've heard of that place.
Yes.
With say on a simple ranch area, just theoretically, I think that's what Jay's backstory is, right? The Dragonlance and Greyhawk and Ravnica and Eberron?
Yes, these are...
Dark Sun we've been to, so that one I'm familiar with, but...
The more you travel around wild space, the more you'll know the different areas and places. But these are, let's say, the most popular destinations. There's millions of other spheres, but these are the ones that have most of the commerce and trade coming from, and the power are from these probably 12 or 13 spheres.
I totally understand that. In character, Tex does not understand any of that. Out of character, sick.
Kyurgin, I think we have mutual interest. I can probably get you into the warehouse to where I believe we know where hopefully your tribe is at. If not, there are going to be slaves there.
But how do we trust you, sir?
That's a good question. Well, I know Chamali, and...
Yeah, you say you do. Do you have any evidence? Any sort of proof?
I do not. Trust is a hard thing, but I will hope to earn your trust in any way, and I will definitely be by your side.
Let's say you put down 1,500 gold. If you break the trust, we'll take it. Wait.
Jay, like, as soon as Tex says 1,500 gold, Jay just claps a hand over his
I
mouth.
need you to do a dex. I need you to do a roll for this. Do dueling dexes.
I'm gonna say I'm probably not gonna fight it too much.
Okay, if you're not gonna fight it, yeah.
Yeah.
Natural one.
Oh, no.
You sure you don't want to fight that?
No, it doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah. Not gonna fight it. I wouldn't. I know exactly what I'm
Okay.
about, and I know people are gonna shut me up. Like, it's also kind of like I was gonna.
Okay.
I figured they were gonna shut me up. That way I can still do the
you
moment.
barely get your hand over his mouth, but we're able to muffle him up to where he doesn't say anything else.
But anyways, as I was saying, like, if you give us some money as a put down, then we can maybe trust the person